Hi everyone, hope you're doing great. Today we'll make our Flexbox concepts more strong. तो basically हम कुछ practice करेंगे इस Flexbox पे, इस वीडियो में हम कुछ applications देखेंगे and मैं आपको इस वीडियो में कुछ assignments भी दूंगा, right? I'll be sharing some assignments in this video too. So let's get right into it.
In this video, we are going to see some applications of Flexbox by using some assignments. So I'll be sharing some questions with you. So you can go to this GitHub link. So /AccioJob at GitHub, right? And you'll find here a folder called CSS Flexbox Practice Questions. There is also solution folder, but if you go inside the practice folder, you'll find these three assignment files here, right? So let's just quickly take a look at them and try to solve them, right? So first I'll be telling the question to everyone, and after that I'll be solving this question, right? So okay, so let me this is assignment 1.html, and I'll just open the live preview, and you can see here is an emoji, and you have to bring that emoji down there by using Flexbox property. And in every assignment you have to fill this .solve class selector in the CSS style.cs, right? Style tag, correct? So how can we do this? So you can see there is a container in the HTML file. In every file, like there is a container in which, so there is a container in which there is a class aim in which there is an SVG image, which is this image, right? So and this container has been given a height and width of the whole page, right? It is having the height and width of the whole page. Now if I want to bring this down here, right, what I can do is I can just give it a display flex, right? Display flex, correct? Now it will be having display flex, and I can apply align items and justify contents properties on this, right? And if I say align items center, you can see it comes in the center because display flex changes the direction of flex to row, right? And align items vertically actually acts perpendicular to that of the direction of flex, right? And if I give it flex end, it will come down. Now all we need to do is to bring this emoji here, right? So I'll just add justify content, and justify content will help me to align this item with the direction of flex, right? So justify content I'll write, and if I say here flex end again, you can see this emoji will actually come inside the target area, right? So this is the assignment one. You had to write all of this code, only this code, so just to see the application of flex. And now let's move to the next question, correct? Okay, so this is question number 2, assignment 2, right? And let me just tell the question. You try yourself first and just pause the video, right? If you are able to solve, then great, take 5 minutes. If you're not able to do, we are going to discuss here, right? So see, here are 3, you can say, circles, like 3 2 1. You have to bring every circle inside this these 3 target circles, and they should be in order. So 1 2 3, right? So the first circle should contain 1, the second circle should contain 2, the third circle should contain 3, correct? Now take 5 minutes and try to solve this question, right? So I realized that I was blocking the view in assignment 1, so I'll just show quickly how assignment 1 was looking. So when you open the live preview, you can see I'll just bring it here, and you can see this is how assignment 1 should look, right? This is how assignment 1 should look. Without the solution, it's looking like this, and with the solution it's looking like this, right? So let's quickly discuss assignment 2, correct? I'll just open this again in the live preview, although I'll bring this here again, and you can see the assignment is visible. So 1 2 3 should align themselves here, right? Okay, let's try to solve this question. So you can see that here is a display flex, correct? And I can give here align items, right? Because we have to, of course, like align them vertically in the center. So I'll just give align items center, correct? Okay, so these are in center, great, no problem in that. If I say again, like I have to align them in horizontal axis now, which is the direction of flex, which is row right now, right? So if I want to do that, I'll just say justify content, and I'll just say this is actually looking like space evenly, right? So that should be space evenly, I think, right? Okay, so then it should be space between, if not evenly, right? Space, then you can try space around also, right? So you can see space around is perfectly aligning all of these in these like targets, right? But there's a problem. In the question I told you all that 1 2 3 should come in order, right? But here 3 to 1 is coming in the order, right? How can we fix this? So if you tried yourself the properties we discussed in the last videos, you might know of flex direction row reverse, right? So right now you can see the flex direction is row, correct? When you apply display flex, it automatically sets the flex direction to row, correct? Now if I want them, the all the like children of that like parent which is having flex direction row to come in the reverse order in a row, I'll just say flex direction row reverse. So it will reverse the ordering of the elements, right? So this is assignment number 2. Hopefully you all were able to do that, and if you were not able to do that, probably because you didn't try out this flex direction row reverse, right? So okay, so again, like there are a lot of attributes, there are a lot of properties. Going through all of them will take a lot of time, and you have to explore yourself too, right? And in this video we saw flex direction row reverse, how it is reversing the ordering of the elements in row direction, the flex direction row, correct? Now let's quickly move on to assignment number 3. I just explained the question and you have to do the solving part, right, quickly as soon as you can, right? Just give me a second. I'll just give it a live preview, correct? Just give it a live preview, push that here, and you can see question number 3 is looking like this, right? Now in this question, what you have to do, you have to fill this solve function method here, right? And not exactly method but class here, right, in the CSS properties, and you have to align themselves in 1 2 3, right? So they all should come in 1 2 3, correct? In this order only, 1 2 and 3, not 3 2 1, it's 1 2 3, right? So try this question out, and in the meantime just pause the video, and if you are able to solve, then that great. Else just play the video again after 5 minutes if you are not able to solve, right? Then we'll discuss. So let's start solving this assignment 3, right? Okay, so I have to, if I give display flex here, right, let's give display flex here, the flex direction will switch to row, right? It will switch to row, right? Let's change this to flex direction column, flex direction column, right? Column. And now they are using display flex and the flex direction is column. I just have to align them in vertical order. So this time, since the flex direction is column, I'll not use align items, I'll use justify content, because flex direction is in this order only and justify content will work in this alignment order only, right? Align items, if I do align items, I'll be able to align them to the perpendicular of the flex direction, right? So I'll just use justify content, and I'll just say this looks like space between, right, because there's no space around them. So I'll just say space between, right? This is space between, and you can see now they've aligned themselves. But the problem is that 1 2 3 I required, and here is 3 2 1 coming. What I can do is I can just do simply flex direction column reverse, right? And it will reverse the elements in the DOM, right? You can see right now 3 to 1 are present in the DOM in this order. If I provide flex direction column reverse, 1 2 3 will be provided in the column direction, right? So hopefully you are able to understand the concepts involving in this assignment, and if you're doing, then great. And let's move to the next assignment quickly, right? So let's go to assignment number 4, and I'll just explain the question. Okay, so I'll just do a live preview of this thing and I'll just bring it here, right? So this is a little tricky one, right? This is a little bit tricky. So what you have to do is you have to assign like align all these items in the order, like this circle, this red circle would contain 1, then here there should be 2, and here there should be 3. And you also have to fill like this these classes 2 3. You can see I've provided each of them like 3 is having a 3 class, 2 is actually having a 2 class, right, in one of its parents, 1 is having a 1 class, right? So any property you provide to this 2 3 will apply on 2 and 3, right? Okay, just pause the video, try to solve this question, and right, so let's start solving the question. Correct. So I have to solve this question, and here I need to align everything. First of all, of course, I have to give display flex, right? This is in no doubt. So display flex. So we have no doubt regarding this. So I'll just give display flex and it'll arrange in 3, 2, 1. Now I want to align these vertically in the center, right? Which means the flex direction is currently row. If I apply align items, it'll align perpendicular to the direction of the flex, right? So I'll just say align items center. Correct. So they are in center now. Now I have to adjust them horizontally by using justify content. So I'll just say justify content, right? And I think it is, let's try a space evenly, I guess. No, it should be a space around, right? You can see 3 is perfectly being aligned with its own circle and it's at the correct spot, right? But actually 1 should come here instead of 3. So I need to reverse the flex direction also, right? Flex direction, they are arranged in a row, so that should be row reverse, right? So flex direction, row reverse. Correct. So 1, 2, 3 have come here, right? If you are able to understand all these concepts, trust me, this is all about Flexbox, and if you are able to apply these concepts, then great, right? You have to understand 2, 3 things. The first thing is you have to apply all these like properties to the parent of 1, 2, 3, right? And there are of course some item specific properties which we are going to discuss right now, right? So see, so 1 is at its correct spot, 2 is not, actually it needs to be aligned to the bottom, and 3 is needs to be aligned to the top. So we can give item specific instructions, and the .to class, if I say align self, right, flex end, to will actually come to its original place, right, which it needs to be, right? And if I say here align self, right, align self, and I'll say flex start, because we need it to be on the top. So you can see by using display flex, I have aligned them perfectly with these circles, and we are able to solve this assignment, right? All right. So hopefully you are enjoying these assignments, right? And let's go to the next assignment, correct? And I'll just bring this assignment here, right? I'll just bring this assignment here, and what I'll do, I'll just do a live preview and bring this here, correct? Now this assignment is involving a property which we have learned, right? And it's pretty basic assignment, right? If you know that property. So what is happening, if I'm stitching this, they all are coming in the center, right? But if I'm reducing the space, you can see as the space is being reduced, they are adjusting themselves to in the correct places, right? And you have to of course like provide 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4, 5 in the normal order only. You don't need to reverse anything, right? So just take 2, 3 minutes. I think it should be fairly easy, right? Just take 2, 3 minutes and pause the video, and just after 2, 3 minutes, let's start solving this assignment. All right, so we are back with the solution, and let's see how can we solve this, right? So of course, first we have to give display flex if we want to like adjust them, right? So I'll just give it display flex, correct? So now they are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 order, but actually they are not coming in the center, right? And to do that, I'll just do one thing. I'll just say, but like vertically we have to align them in center, so align items center, right? And horizontally also we need to align them in center, so justify content center. This is it, they are being aligned. But let's try to reduce the size of this page, right? See, the circles are actually shifting, but the like 1, 2, 3, like these circles, our target circles are shifting, but our aim circles are not shifting, right? You can see here, but I want that property applied on this also. You might have guessed this property already, right? So if I do one thing, so if I just say, you don't have to fill 2, 3 this here, right? It's not necessary. And if I just say here flex wrap, this is the property we learned in the last lecture, right? So I'll just say wrap, and you can see they will now beautifully wrap around if there is any overflow in the website, correct? So this is all about Flexbox. These are all the assignments. If you want to solve more assignments on this, you can, of course, there are online resources. There's a website called Flexbox Froggy. Flexbox Froggy. This is the spelling, right? You can go to this website, check out their assignments, right? They throw you into the like game mode for solving flex to understand Flexbox, and they've like arranged really beautiful puzzles. And hopefully you enjoyed the assignment which I prepared, right? And you can find all the assignments. Again, I'm repeating myself, so you can find all the assignments in Rohan. You just type Rohanface GitHub and you'll go to my GitHub and find this AccioJob HTML CSS repository. You'll find all the 5 assignments here along with the solutions. If I go back and show the solutions page, so it'll be containing all the assignments with the solutions, right? So you can just directly copy paste the code. So here's the solution for the last assignment we did just right now, right? So all right, so hopefully you enjoyed today's lecture, and hopefully you're enjoying the videos. Hopefully you are able to understand what is Flexbox, because this is a really important concept, right? So until next time, keep coding.